Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about things taxpayers should know when choosing between standard and itemized deductions. Before I get into the video, be sure to subscribe and leave a comment below saying I subscribed. I will try to personally reply to your comments. So today I'm going to share an article I found from the IRS which discusses things taxpayers should know when choosing between standard and itemized deductions. Let me share my screen. So the article goes on to say things taxpayers should know when choosing between standard and itemized deductions. Deductions reduce the amount of taxable income when filing a federal income tax return. In other words, they can reduce the amount of tax someone owes. Most taxpayers have a choice of either taking the standard deduction or itemizing their deductions. The standard deduction may be quicker and easier, but itemizing deductions may lower taxes more. In some situations, it's important for all taxpayers to look into which deduction method best fits them. New this year, following tax law changes, cash donations of up to $300 made by December 31st, 2020 are deductible without having to itemize when people file a 2020 tax return. Here are some details about the two methods to help people decide deduction to take. Standard deduction, the article continues to say, the standard deduction is an amount that reduces taxable income. The amount adjusts every year and can vary by filing status. The standard deduction amount depends on the taxpayer's filing status, whether they are 65 or older or blind, and whether another taxpayer can claim them as a dependent. Taxpayers who are age 65 or older on the last day of the year and do not itemize deductions are entitled to a higher standard deduction. Taxpayers benefit from the standard deduction if their standard deduction is more than the total of their allowable itemized deductions. They can use the interactive tax assistant. How much is my standard deduction? To determine the amount, their standard deduction, and if they should itemize their deductions. The article continues to say, itemized deductions. Taxpayers may itemize deductions because that amount is higher than their standard deduction, which will result in less tax owed or a larger refund. In some cases, they're not allowed to use the standard deduction. Tax software can guide taxpayers through the process of itemizing their deductions. Taxpayers who itemize file Schedule A, Form 1040, Itemized Deductions, or Form 1040 SR, U.S. Tax Return for Seniors. A taxpayer may benefit by itemizing deductions if any of following apply to their tax situation. The article goes on to explain that by saying they had large unsecured medical and dental expenses, paid interest and taxes on their home, had large unsecured casualty or theft losses, and made large contributions to qualified charities. So the article explaining there that taxpayers can benefit from the itemized deduction if any of the following listed here applies to their tax situation. Like as it states, had large unsecured medical and dental expenses. It also said, secondly, paid interest and taxes on their home, had large unsecured casualty of theft losses, and finally it said, made large contribution to qualified charities. So any of those situations that you incur during the year, that will increase your chances of benefiting by itemizing deduction on your tax return. The article continues to state individual itemized deductions may be limited. Schedule A, Form 1040, itemized deduction can help determine what limitations may apply. So that's it on the article from the IRS, which goes into small detail explaining the standard deduction and the itemized deduction. So it really depends on your situation, will help determine which one is beneficial to you, the standard deduction or the itemized. It all comes down to the taxpayer situation they have during the tax year. Will help them to select the itemized deduction or the standard deduction. The itemized deduction gives you a good benefit if you can take it, but it's not always the case. As I said, it more comes down to the taxpayer situation. In some cases, the standard deduction will be much beneficial to the taxpayer than the itemized deduction. Thanks for watching this video, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel. If you need help with getting your taxes done or tax planning, feel free to contact me with the email address in the description of this video.